Happy Friday. I hope that you read and enjoyed Queen of Swords, my sci-fi romance. If you did, then here's what you should read next. Just because generally when I finish a book that I was like, yay! I'm like, I don't know what to read next. Like, what do I read next? Here are some options. So if you want to read more of my books, I just had a release this week, Seducing the Bridesmaid. It's pretty hot. It's part of continuity with Tessa Bailey, Samantha Beck, and Diane Alberts, and then Laura Kay wrote the prequel. It's 4 bridesmaids and 4 groomsmen at a destination wedding, and just basically shenanigans ensue. Sexy shenanigans. So, highly recommend those books. You should check them out. Queen of Wands, the sequel to Queen of Swords, comes out in like 2 weeks, the 24th of June. So, like, quickness, with the quickness, I think that's like a week. Oh god, anxiety. Yay! So hopefully you'll pick that one up and enjoy that one as well, because that's Jenny's story. And Jenny's a favorite of mine. If you want to read more sci-fi romance, Linnea Sinclair's Games of Command. This is pretty much one of my favorite books of hers because Kel Payton is... oh, he's so sexy. He's not your typical... I mean, he's alpha, I guess, but he's not your typical, like, I am man! I will drag you by hair to bedroom. He's hot. He's super duper hot, and I highly recommend that book. The other one I highly, highly recommend is Perdition. Did I say that right? I probably didn't say that right. By Anna Guerre, who I also cannot pronounce names because I'm a professional, obviously. This book is a spin-off of the Jax series, The Grim Space, which is actually part of the really instrumental inspiration that got me writing sci-fi. Was her Grim Space series. Like, the first couple of books I read them and I was like, ooh. And, you know, of course I bought all of them because I love her. But when I found out that freaking Jail, that's how I pronounce his name, I don't care if that's real or not, that's how I pronounce it, got a freaking spin-off. He was one of my favorite side characters, and no side character left behind. So this is the story of, or the beginning of the story of him and the Dread Queen, Dread, and she's amazing. Oh, it's so good. And the second one's coming out really soon, so I'm gonna have to reread it because fangirl squee. Other books that I've read recently that I like, yay, had seizures over apparently. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Excellent, excellent book. And as you'll see, I'm kind of on a YA thriller kick. Such a good book. Like, high five, you rocked it. The other one that I've been screaming from the rooftops about is, oh god, Dangerous Girls by Abigail Haas, Haas. This book, buy this book so we can talk about it because I loved it so effing much. Like, I mean, I read it and I was just like, through the whole thing, and at the end I was like, oh my god. So, read it. Read it. It's amazing. Apparently there's a Dangerous Boys book that I would do serious questionable activities to get my hands on early. So, Abigail Haas, if you see this, keep me in mind. I know you totally don't know who I am, but that's okay. We can be friends. The other thing that I'm actually in the process of reading, I'm about halfway through, is Maisie Yates' Avenge Me. It's the Fifth Avenue. There's like a trilogy. I mean, if you wouldn't buy it for this cover alone, you buy it because Maisie Yates bought it. Words are awesome because Maisie Yates wrote it, and she's excellent with the feels and like the sexy times. And when you get feels and sexy times all mixed up together, you're crying and turned on and you don't know what's happening. So high five, Maisie Yates. You killed it with this book. Good job. Crying and the feels and the emotions and stuff. Yes, so I hope you saw my awesome, I think it's awesome, I don't care what you think. I care, I totally care. Lip syncing video at the Brazen Party. If you did not, I'm sure it's public by now, and there's a chance I may say lip sync the Confrontation song from Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know, just because somebody pulled up to a stop sign today and saw me singing both parts really enthusiastically, and so I feel like I'm gonna have to share that experience with you whether you want it or not. In the meantime, have a delightful weekend. I'm going to be in Emerald City this weekend. If you, Emerald City, aka Seattle, you know, real names are important. If you're in Seattle, come see me at the Emerald City Author event. There's me and like a million other really awesome people there signing, and it's going to be great. So you should come see us. Hope to see you there. In the meantime, I'll see you next week.